I had some questions from people about bracelets from my video last week, where I talked about the Aussie Pogue and bracelets and things like that. And when I was talking about my Universal Suppliers brochure, because one of the things I kept talking about in the Universal Suppliers brochure was this watch, this Aussie Pogue, and I kept saying, oh, well, that's what's really cool, is that it's got this chiclet bracelet on it, and some people were like, what the hell are you talking about? So I thought I'd show you. So here are, let's just talk about bracelets a little bit. Typically, a Seiko 6139, typically in North America and the rest of the world, would come on a thing called straight H-link. Straight because it's not tapered, it's just straight. That's a straight H-link. In the mid-70s, Seiko changed that being the taper H-link, which you can see it here. It's not straight, it actually tapers out at the end, and this width meets the curve of the lugs coming down. I actually think they're really attractive. In some ways, I actually prefer the taper H-link. I think it's nice. Southeast Asia, Australasian, or Aussie watches, 6002s, they tended to have this, which people call the President. This is a higher quality bracelet. This is solid stainless steel, not folded like the H-link, and it's made by Stellux. And you can tell because it's got the long Stellux clasp with the inset Seiko rather than Seiko being set proud. And it doesn't have the little catching foldy claspy teethy things here. It actually, the fold itself has the catch right here. It's a slightly different tech that they used. But people asked about the chiclet bracelet. Okay, now this watch, this is my watch. It is unrestored. I've never restored this watch. I bought this watch on eBay in like 2010. So 7+ years ago, I found this on eBay. It was listed from an American reseller, somebody who sold like t-shirts and junk that they found in thrift stores and stuff like that. And I bought it mostly focused on the condition of it. It was early, and I think I paid the princely sum of like $170 for this watch, which was a lot of money for a 6139 in those days. And it showed up, and I hadn't even paid that much attention to the bracelet because I'm so used to seeing these with like weird bracelets on it. But it showed up, and I looked at this thing, and I'm like, well, it's a Stellux. Isn't that neat? And see, there's that long Stellux clasp with the inset thing, and it's the correct Stellux fold. And typical for Stellux, it is high quality. Even though this is folded link, it's not solid stainless. Stellux stuff was always nicer. And it used this hidden lug setup, this hidden catch. So it's like, instead of having this gap where you can see this connecting piece here, this is actually, it sort of hooks underneath and it's covered. So this is the piece that is shown in that thing. This is that, silly me, I went and put it away. Why did I do that for? Okay, so this, you can see it there. There it is. There's the Stellux. You can see the end links are the same. Now, I didn't mean to name this one. I was just trying to figure out a way to describe the link shape, and it reminded me of the old chiclet gum. And so I said, oh, that's sort of like a chiclet. And so that stuck. I'm very proud to have named this bracelet style. Anyway, but that's it. These are very rare. I've only seen a photograph of another 6139, a different photograph than that had this bracelet on it. I've seen a Doc Chrono, 6139. Oh God, my brain just failed on me. I forget the casing number because my brain just failed on me. A Doc Chrono, a Pulsations one that had this bracelet. And I have seen one slim case, 6139, 6010. That's the kind that does not have the internal rotating ring, that had this, but I've only seen one of those. So I think that makes 4 total that I have ever seen on this bracelet. Now, Stellux used this bracelet a lot. Like, they supplied a lot of bracelets to like Accutron. You see Accutrons with these bracelets, but you just don't see them very often with Seiko. And that's original. This bracelet is original to this watch. This came right from the estate seller, or whoever the heck it was that sold me this thing. They hadn't done anything to it. They just wrapped it literally in like a plastic shopping bag from a supermarket and then stuffed it in a bubble mailer and just sent it to me. They didn't do anything with it. It's a rare watch. I mean, the watch itself is not terribly rare, but in this configuration, that's pretty cool. Anyway, so those are the basic bracelets for Seiko. Straight H-link. It's kind of unfair to show you this because you'll probably never see one. I'll never see another one. Chiclet. President, I believe is what that's called. Taper H-link. There are other 6139 bracelets. The first 6139 bracelet on their JDM pieces is kind of like a taper bracelet, but it has all these extra pieces in it. These weird sort of like extra pieces that sort of come over. They're very and they're a hidden lug design like this. They're very complex and they're kind of tinny and they don't tend to last. I've only personally seen, I think I've only seen 3. I've only owned 1. They're okay. I don't know. This one is so comfortable, but I really am a big fan of the H-link. It's so versatile and useful. I mean, I tend to fit these H-links on. I put these H-links on my 6309 and 6105 divers. It's so perfect for them because the age of the design fits the age of the watch so nicely. Anyway, people had questions. There are some answers, hopefully. And if it generates more questions, well, that's fine. Okay, thank you.